The father of Sebastian Marcus Day, Dr. Marcus Day, took umbrage with the manner in which his son was extradited back to the U.S. on charges of possession of child pornography. In a previous interview with News Force, Day took officials to task for not allowing his son the courtesy of setting his affairs in order before being whisked away by U.S. Marshals.
People should be entitled to clean themselves up. They should be entitled to take care of their affairs. If they have to sign a power of attorney, right? Sebastian's mother died last year, and the will is still in probate, and he's one of the people, and he's going to have to sign off on things. We have nothing for him. We have no access to him in America. He can't even take care of this because they didn't choose to allow us to have a day. Because they knew if they had informed us in advance, we would have stopped it.
Now Ambassador for the Diaspora Affairs, Dr. Joycelyn Fletcher, says all hope is not lost for Day to communicate with his son, who has now been remanded to the Volusia County Jail on 25 counts of child porn possession.
If the father asked me, let's say he asked me, I would have said to him to speak with our consulate to see, because wherever he is, if it's the U.S., then speak with our consulate and see what advice they can give him from there. That's what I would have said to him, because we don't while we work together as a team, we don't cross each other's area of work.
Dr. Fletcher was probed on St. Lucia's extradition treaty with the U.S., given Day's assertion that the accusation against his son is not punishable under St. Lucia law, despite amendments.
Whatever happened in St. Lucia. With what happened here with him, if the individual, I guess that's what you're talking about, happened in St. Lucia. And if the person was in the U.S., a diaspora, St. Lucian diaspora in the U.S., and it happened, our consulates there would take care of that.
The Attorney General's chambers, in a statement issued last week, sought to justify the grounds under which Day's extradition was approved by citing the Computer Misuse Act, Section 14, 1B and C, which states, 14.1. A person shall not through a computer system, b. distribute or show the indecent photograph or pseudo-photograph of a child, c. have in his or her possession an indecent photograph or pseudo-photograph of a child with a view to such photograph being distributed or shown by himself or herself or any other person. The Attorney General's office missive says, quote, no amendment to the Computer Misuse Act was made to accommodate this request for extradition, end quote. In a previous interview with News Force, Marcus Day remained resolute.
Rather than they say, this is you're charged with possession. Possession is not against the law in St. Lucia, therefore we cannot extradite you. We would have won. According
to the AG's statement, quote, Sebastian Marcus Day was handed over to the United States Marshals on 2nd September at 1:48 p.m. Day departed St. Lucia via private jet at 2:28 p.m. At 3:52 p.m. on the 2nd of September, new counsel representing Day forwarded via email a notice of appeal together with a certificate of urgency and an application for a stay for execution of the learned judge's order. The statement adds that prior to the flight departing St. Lucia with Sebastian Marcus Day, the AG's office was not made aware of any application being filed, to be filed, and or any order granted or requested by any court. End quote. News Force has made several attempts to sit with Julian to provide further insight into the matter, but to no avail. In a subsequent attempt to speak with Day, he opted out of an on-camera interview. However, he forwarded a missive to News Force that was sent to the Attorney General's chambers. Day's missive reads, quote, I am writing you regarding the method in which my son, Sebastien, was extradited from St. Lucia under an order signed by you. Thank you for your detailed timeline in your subsequent press release issued by your chambers detailing the process. It will greatly assist with Sebastien's constitutional claim of denial of due process. End quote. Solange Alfred, HDS News Force.